Hey YouTube, how we doing today? That's right. You're looking at a stuffed dog right now. Why is that? Well, it kind of breaks up the monotony of an empty table at this moment because we are now on part 2 of a 2-part series. And I also promised my little girl I'd have, her puppy on one of my videos. So there we go. Stay tuned right after we roll that intro and we're going to get into this. Alright guys, thank you so much for staying with us. This is part 2 of Dave Canterbury's 10 C's of Survivability with my twist on them. Now, as I said in my first video, and I'm going to try to remember to put a little card up here, that way you can go see it right now if you haven't taken a look at it. The twist is, most people design the stuff to, well, we're going out in the woods and we're never coming home. For me, these 10 C's are things you should be carrying with you in an everyday carry kind of situation. As I said in the first video, he's got 10. We already took a look at a cutting tool, combustion source, cover, container, and cordage. Today, we're going to take a look at a cotton bandana, cargo tape, candling device, compass, and canvas needle. Plus, I was going to do a third part, but no, I'm going to throw the other 3 C's that I came up with that are everyday carry applicable to the 10 C's. So I'm going to pause this real quick, get something set up, and we're going to move forward. Alrighty guys, number 6 is a cotton bandana. Now, what we have right here on the table is just a basic, simple Shemagh. I believe it came in a battle box. I think it was like the Urban Survival box. That only runs about $5, I believe. You can find them via Rothko. You can find them all over the place online. Huge, huge, huge thing that lots of people are into nowadays. So like the neck scarves, this, that. You can use these things for helping process water. You know, if you have to dip in a murky area and pull stuff up, it's going to help get some of the big particles out of there. It's also going to help cover your neck. That way it's going to help prevent sunburn. You can wrap it around your head and help, cut down on wind resistance. All these wonderful things. If need be, you can use it as a bandage. You can use it as a hasty tourniquet. You can even start cutting pieces of it off and make char cloth out of if you have to in order to get that all-important next fire going. They're simple, they're affordable, and they're very lightweight, so it's not going to weigh you down. Next up is cargo tape. Okay, like I said, cargo tape. Seriously, Gorilla Tape. Now, I am not telling you go out and carry this with you every single day, but I am going to tell you you can do a variety of different things with duct tape. You can build items, you can repair items, they can be used as a bandage if you need to. They can be used to help start a fire. That's right, it's flammable. It will grab a spark and it will help save your life. Not to mention, bright orange, high visibility. What if you have to mark something out on a trail? Like I said, this is everyday carry. God forbid something, happens to you and you get off the beaten path. Rescuers are coming to look for you. Orange is going to stick out in nature. You can take, pieces of it and just roll it down into something real simple. That'll fit in a pocket. That'll fit in a bag. No problem. It's got applications that could help save your life. Alright guys, we're going to get some stuff set up. Next up is candling device. Okay guys, like I said, next up is candling device. Now this is a light source, okay? All of these are very easy to carry. All of these break down, and half of them sitting right here on the table are solar rechargeable, solar powered. I gotta tell you honestly, I like the Luminate concept. I think these things are great, but with this one right here in particular, I've gone through 4 of them. Once for some reason the battery discharges, it's done. I don't know why. Maybe I got a bad batch. I'm not exactly sure, but it's solar powered, you know, and there's a light source. You know, it's got high, low, well, high, medium, low, whatever, and there's flashing. You know, you've got from the hybrid light guys. Okay, this is what I like about it. Right now it's a lantern. Right now it's a flashlight. You know, it can do solar charge, or you can plug it in via USB, and you can even charge your phone off it if you have to. So tell me that's not a little lifesaver. And yeah, it's got a little bit more of a weight, whereas the Luminade back here folds down real compact and real easy like, but it's an extra little added affordability. You know, little candle lantern made by the guys over at Yuko. I mean, if you have to, you can hang it up and you can have light around your area. Or, you know, you can carry it as a small little lantern. It's just something to help you see. You know, as I've covered before in another video, my get home bag. That's where these come from. You know, they're just simple little battery-powered chem lights. All right, I know it's probably not showing up too well, but we've got red and blue right here. Not to mention, they have small flashlights. Something to help you see and be seen. You know it looks goofy as heck, but a simple little headlamp. All right? I used to make fun of people who wore these when I was in the military when we were out in the field, until I used to stumble around, fall, and bust my tailbone. It's got a light. It will help you see in the dark and keep it hands-free. You know, or just a small box one from Luminade. It's kind of just like the pillow, only in a different form. Candling devices. Something to help you see when things go bad. Most of these fold up real small. Most of these are very lightweight. Most of these will fit in a messenger bag, a purse, your gym bag, you know, your backpack that you carry. Something to think about. All right, next up is compass. So let me get those set up. Okay, guys, now compasses. If you get lost and you know how to read a map and you're good with navigation, it's going to get you home. It's going to get you your bearings. It's going to get you where you're at. I can't stress this enough. Buy the best you can afford. All right? They can be small keychain style, like, you know, the Gerber Bear Grylls line. You just got to be careful. Make sure you know what you're doing before you even try to use it. Something that I carry every single day on my watch from the guys over at Wazoo Survival. Not to mention it's got the little glow-in-the-dark thing up there, so it helps shine light down there. And what I like from this one, it's got a kerosene filling in there, so if in a pinch, I can help start a fire. And, you know, my all-time favorite, the Sunto, or whatever, you know, I always screw up the pronunciation. Try to make sure if you can figure it out. Yeah, see? Hi! You know, reflective surface. That way you can look at yourself and see what's going on in case there's a problem. Make sure, you know, you got your little magnifying glass, everything else. And what I did was, this is a brass ring, so it's not going to interfere with anything on the compass. From the guys over at Map Tools, I got things to help, you know, little cheat cards. I put paracord on it, so if I can, I wear it around my neck. You know, land navigation is essential. I know everyone goes, hey, I've got GPS. Hey, I've got this, I've got that. That's great. What are you going to do, God forbid, if the batteries die on you? What are you going to do if, that day there's a satellite problem? What are you going to do if there's bad weather? It helps to think ahead, and it helps to give yourself a little bit of preparedness. Now, without even really switching in, we're just going to go right into the next couple, because these are pretty quick, pretty easy, pretty simple. The last one is a canvas needle. Now, God forbid you're stuck out there and you need to do things like, I don't know, do some repair work, you know, God, give yourselves stitches, for lack of a better phrase, pull out a splinter. Canvas needles are pretty important. They're going to let you do some heavy duty work, and they're going to give you another tool in your chest. Buy the best that you can afford, because you don't want to be out in the woods going, oh my God, if I'd only spent the extra $3-4. They're a small little tool, and as you can see, I got mine, little sailmaker needles from W. Smith & Son. And yes, I admit I went overseas, but still, I was told these are some of the best out there, so I went with that. Now, that's all 10 that Dave Canterbury's come up with. My first video, I took a look at 5. This video, I took at his last 5. Okay? I came up with another one, I'm calling it calories. You need food to survive. If there's some kind of problem, I don't care. If you miss a meal, if you've got to walk home and you start getting hungry, lots of people who are very set in their routines. Carry something with you. Normally, every bag I've got, it's got one of these in there. Emergency food ration bars by Universal Survival Tech. All right. It's got a small taste. The only way I can put it, this is what they look like. I know. You look at this and you go, my God, I wouldn't feed that to my dog, wouldn't feed that to my cat. It's kind of like a big, huge, stale Oreo cookie. Not an Oreo, oatmeal. All right. I go with their apple cinnamon ones because it gives it a little bit of a flavor, but you're going to need water with these because they're very freaking dry. Carry food with you. Everybody today is like, oh, I go to the gym. Oh, I do this. Oh, I'm ready. Carry a protein bar with you. Carry granola bars with you. Carry something with you that you can't eat in an emergency, and it has a longer lasting shelf life. There's little packages of tuna at the grocery store for like $1.20. There's protein in there. There's, vitamins in there. There's minerals in there. There's calories in there. Granted, if you're in a situation like I am, I live in a heavily urban area. Most of the business I have to do is within 5 miles of my house. So I'm not carrying an 80-pound, bug out bag with me every single day. The next one I came up with was condition. Okay? This one I know I'm guilty of because since I've got out of the military, I'm not running as much as I used to. I'm not working out 5 days a week like I used to. You've got to be in somewhat of good shape. God forbid you're stuck in a survival situation and you weigh 500 pounds, it's going to hurt. I'm not saying it's going to go a lot easier for guys who are, 200, lipped and mean and all this other. No, just get out, go walking, do stuff. Because if you have to get from point A to point B and you can't go 10 feet, you're a liability to yourself and everybody else around you. Last one I came up with was cranium. Knowledge. I've said it before when I've done book reviews. Knowledge is power. I'm not saying you're going to be an intense outdoorsman if you pick up an SAS survival manual, but you're going to have that gun, it's going to be the bullet in your gun belt. You're going to be able to think. You're going to be able to recall. Hey, this kind of seems familiar. Hey, I think I read about this before. Hey, what was this? Watch videos on YouTube. Preferably a lot of mine. Hashtag mine. Find people you like, you trust. Get knowledge from them. Check out books from the library. There's lots of survival shows on TV, and yeah, I know, like Dual Survival is heavily scripted. Naked and Afraid, I have my issues with that show because I think a lot of it is scripted. Okay, but one of the best shows I ever saw was Dude, You're Screwed. They took random objects, threw a survival expert out in the middle of nowhere and went, get from here to here We'll see you in 4 days. You know, there's a variety of knowledge out there. Inform yourself. Read up on stuff. You may never need it in your life, and that would be incredibly freaking awesome. But God forbid, if there's that one moment that you could have read a book by, like Les Stroud, and you chose to put it down because you wanted to go watch Bubble Guppies. Yes, I have lots of kids, so kids shows are pretty much prevalent in my house at this point. But guys, that's my look at part 2 of the 10 C's of Survival, plus my additional 3 that I think fit in with the theme. Let me know what you think down below. If you are a first-time viewer of this channel, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me and listening to me. You're going to see a symbol popping up over here. That's our company logo. Please click on it. That'll bring you right to subscribe. Click on the bell icon that is right next to it. That way you will be notified every single time we upload a new video. And speaking of videos, you should be seeing 2 popping up over here. Click on them. Those are ones that YouTube is going to pull from our catalog specifically for you. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an incredible day.